Good morning and namaskar, everybody. This is Professor Shoma Bhomik, Vice Chancellor, William Carey University. This is to bring to everybody's attention that the university is celebrating the Anti-Ragging Week from today, 12th of August to the 18th of August 2025. We follow every UGC guidelines as prescribed. Anti-Ragging Week this year has been dotted with several programs by the anti-ragging cell of the university. We have several programs lined up for this week, including the Independence Day celebration. This year's Independence Day celebration at the university will also include programs for the Anti-Ragging Week. We wish every student, every scholar of this university a very great week ahead so that they had a great campus life free from any kind of fear of ragging. William Carey University, Meghalaya is on a mission mode to see that every scholar and every student of the university live and study in a free campus atmosphere where they feel safe and happy and enjoy their campus life. Thank you.
May I now warmly welcome Dr. Debojit Kumar Dev to share his thoughts with us.
So to tackle this problem and to create awareness among every individual, this initiative was started by Government of India to celebrate in every university of India, right? We celebrate 1 week anti-ragging program. So I request all the students and all the faculties to please kindly encourage. It's not that only students can participate, the faculties themselves also can participate in the events that are taking place. So this week marks the significance, or it tries to teach you what are the steps you can take when you encounter such problems.
So these are the competitions which will take place. Now we will start with the play or the stage performance on ragging. So this is being presented by the Department of Social Work. So we are thankful to the Department of Social Work for presenting this play.
To one and all present here, we are the students from the Department of Social Work and we will be performing a short skit on ragging free campus.
Same question to you. If collective punishment is permitted when? First option, only one student is guilty. Second option, perpetrators cannot be identified. Third option, fresh is requested. Or fourth option, seniors volunteer for it.
Option D.
Yes, that's correct. Question you. Which authority appoints the University Nodal Officer on anti-racism? Your first option is UGC. Second.
No, social media should not be allowed to teenagers as open doors to serious, like so many threats that will be act as a danger to a teenager's life, as cyberbullying, for example, and misinformation, and especially addiction. Okay, thank you.
We all know, we have seen that teenagers put drifts, but they don't dance in front of their family because they are more comfortable in the social media. So if they are not exposed to the social media as soon as possible, how they will make themselves aware, how they will react to that, bullying, because they are not sharing it with their parents and family. By sharing it in the social media,
It is the responsibility and duty of a parent to ensure that they properly teach their children all that there is to know about life, especially in their early development. They should take the time to properly introduce their children to the dangers of the world. As you have pointed out, that social media has allowed for awareness against bullying. I believe that is true, that it raises social awareness, but at the same time, if the parent had made themselves properly taught the child to come to them when there is issues, if maybe someone said that someone took a video of it.
We are having this program so that we can empower you, right? So you should know how to place a complaint, how to keep the evidences intact. So when you are placing a complaint, you should always take a receiving. Receiving means, suppose you are placing a complaint against someone. So you have given a letter of complaint to me. Suppose I am a member of an anti-ragging cell. So when I receive that letter, you should make a second copy of yourself, and you tell the individual that, sir, please sign on this letter, so that if tomorrow I am asked that where is the complaint that you have filed, I can show this letter that this is the letter which was received by sir on particular date. Now what happens is, we always receive complaints that we have submitted the documents, but the documents, sometimes the teacher will say, or sometimes some cell will say that the documents are missing. So what is the evidence you have that you have submitted the document? So I request our senior authorities also there, ma'am and sir, that this should be made a rule for every complaint or any issue which you raise, and if you place a written complaint, there should be a receiving, right? You should get a receiving. And say there are sometimes what happens is, sometimes you have to keep proof of evidence that you are present at a particular place. So suppose a ragging case has occurred, you can just file a complaint, but that complaint will not be effective unless until you prove that your presence was there. So how do you do that? You can do the voice recording, you can do some live recording if possible. That will make your case possible. So sometimes what will happen, if you have come on a particular day, I am not available. So you came, you did not find me, you could not place the complaint. So this experiment tells us that it is a natural phenomenon in humans that we will try to overpower the weak ones, right? But there should be a concise effort made from our end. Okay, so it is not natural that when a power is given, you will not be misbehave. So it should be conscious effort from our end that we should take every possible step. Okay, and as the Bible says also, that we should treat everyone as we want ourselves to be treated. So you should take into this consideration that when an individual is inferior to you or in some way vulnerable, you should not misuse your position as an individual.
This year, the theme of the Independence Day 2025 is Naya Bharat. And that means New India. If you translate Naya Bharat, it's a Hindi word, term. If you translate that, it becomes New India. So, this country, we are celebrating Independence Day since 1947, the day that we, just the previous night, 14th of August 1947, just when the clock struck midnight, flag was hoisted, and India was not kind of born, but we celebrate our independence from the yoke of British colonialism. And many things went into this culmination of this Independence Day. Around 200 years of struggle. And this struggle was extremely hard, and it came with a big price. Our independence that we enjoy today, that we breathe and we live in a free environment, it has come with a price. The price is the supreme sacrifice made by numerous, identified, countless number of our forebearers. So with every generation, it becomes incumbent upon each one of us that we continue with this tradition and keep our independence and this flag always flying.
May I kindly request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Shoma Bhowmik, respected Registrar, Sir Dr. P.G.J. Richard, Deputy Registrar, Madam Dr. Angeline, to felicitate our esteemed guests.
So, who all are the characters in ragging? Number one is the victim, of course. Number two is the sadistic type of ragger who really goes after somebody to trouble them. And the third are people like us who do mild ragging, or we are the audience. We clap or we encourage the mild ragger. Now, in my experience, regarding the victim, it's the doctor or a psychologist who can look after that. And as far as the sadistic ragger is concerned, the one who likes hurting people, again, it's a psychologist or the law enforcement takes care of that. What happens to people like us? We enjoy it. You think there's something in us that makes us enjoy other people's misery? Do you all enjoy other people's misery? Anybody enjoys? Are you sure? Anybody who says that you enjoy other people's misery? Well, you're correct, and even the English language doesn't have a word for it. But it is a fact that to a certain extent we enjoy other people's misery, and they say in individuals insanity is rare, but in groups, parties, nations and epochs, it is the rule. You'll find the mildest of people, when they become a part of a mob or a group, will beat up somebody, or at least cheer them up. Come on, beat them, kick them. So this happens. So what do we do about this? Okay, how do you find happiness? Anybody will tell me where happiness can be found? Now this answer I want from one of you. Money isn't everything, but everything needs money, true? So they spend their whole life chasing money. But there's a lot of research on this, that money does not necessarily give you happiness. And there's a fellow, any psychology students here? You have psychology as a husband? Okay. Any psychology students or faculty here? I don't know if you heard of a psychologist called Mihaly. Okay, you heard a psychologist called Mihaly? Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. He's got a very complicated name, but the first name is Mihaly. Okay, he did research on happiness for 40 years. He was from Hungary. He came and stayed in America. And what he found was this. Now you can look at the figures and you see, till you get the bare necessities in life, if you don't get food, you don't have clothes, you don't have a house, you'll be unhappy. But once those needs are met, this increase in income does not necessarily mean that you'll be happy. On an average, only 30% of the people are happy, no matter what the income is. And right from 1956 to 1998, this research has been done. And you'll find, if you look at it, there's drug addiction amongst the poor, there's drinking amongst the poor. But what happens in Hollywood? They're very rich, but they also have the same problem. They have drinks, alcoholics are there, drug addicts are there. So there's something we're looking for. We're looking for unhappiness, even when we are targeting other people. Now, what is flow? What does it feel like? It is what we feel when we are fully alive. When you're listening to a song, you forget yourself also, is it? You don't say that I am listening to this song and I'm happy. The moment you say that, you're not listening to the song anymore or not watching the movie. Is it true? No? You've walked away. But as long as you're listening, your awareness of you is not there. You're not aware, who am I? What am I doing? You're totally lost in whatever you're doing. Okay, so if something that happens most easily when we sing, dance, do sports, but it can happen when we work, read a good book, or have a good conversation. It also happens in drugs. That's why people have drugs and alcohol, because they want to forget themselves. But if you have drugs and alcohols, there's a very big cost to pay later on. You become alcoholic or you have drugs. There's no cost to pay here. You improve your skills in life and you become happier and happier and happier. So, okay.
You know that in any university, educational institution, there are three major stakeholders. The faculty members, administrative staff, and most important, the university students, because university or colleges are functioning for students only. So all stakeholders should feel satisfied. If anybody is anyway is not satisfied, then you probably will not perform in your work. Whether if you are a student, somehow if you are being harassed, then you will not do good in your studies. And similarly about the faculty members and administrative staff, if they are not satisfied, they will not give their full to the university. And there are many ways by which we are not satisfied. Some are inbuilt in the system and some are our created. And ragging is a menace which we have created. And when I was listening the lecture of Mr. Bakshi, I came across a word that schadenfreude. This first time I listened. Means getting pleasure from somebody's who is not feeling good. So the origin of ragging, I think it comes from this. You tease, you harass another, and you take pleasure. And that is not a good thing. Actually, ragging was just a sort of introduction. When new students come in a college or university, senior students used to ask names and some other thing, or they were telling them to perform small things, songs, sing song, or do something. Up to that, it was okay, but in return, senior students were helping junior students. They were giving all information about the institution. They were helping that where is library, where is administrative building, and who is responsible for this purpose or that purpose. So it was a mutual benefit. The senior students were knowing their junior fellows, and juniors were getting help from the senior. But when we start taking pleasure from the displeasure of somebody else, then things get deteriorated. And here problem comes. Otherwise, simply getting introduced, getting familiarized with each other, there is no problem. And one more thing, the ragging is not a serious problem in Northeast. It is spreading. 20 years ago, hardly any student was knowing ragging. Even if you are knowing word, they were not aware that how it is done. But somehow, many bad things we are adopting from other parts of the country or other countries. And one is ragging. And here also, such things are, it is not very serious, but it's prevailing nowadays. At the end, I will say that let us take a pledge. I will read, you have to repeat. Are you ready? I will not be involved myself. All the students, in any manner, in any form of ragging, during the course of my study in William Carey University. I will try to prevent, discourage, if any ragging comes to my notice. I will try to help my junior students by sharing books and notes, by giving information to them about the university, and also by guiding them in their studies.
As we have felicitation of winners for the competition in various aspects. I mean, in different competitions. In this regard, I would like to call upon the stage Sir Paramjit Singh Bakshi.
Well, first of all, I want to congratulate all the participant students. You all are equally talented and creative. You give your teachers a hard time to place your name in position. So I'm starting with the essay competition. For essay writing competition, the first position goes to Balawanhun Rintatiam, Department of Political Science. Ibaya Jingaman Marbo, Department of Geography. Ibaya Jingaman Marbo, Department of Geography. The third position goes to Bishaka Gurung, Department of Psychology. Bishaka Gurung. Okay, I think she is absent. We are giving out the participating certificates to Merciful Kuriam, Department of Agriculture, Bidanchi Momin, Department of Political Science, okay. Bidajin Momin, Department of Political Science. Ditloa Siaka, Ranglong, Department of Political Science. Okay, let's move on to the... This is... Yeah, but Jason is not much. Jason, but... The third position. I think only some, but he's also absent. Okay. Let's move on to the poster making competition. Okay, so for the poster making competition, the first position goes to Jetlang Martong, Department of Geography. The second position goes to Suraj Hussain, Department of Political Science. The third position goes to Dona Pangkame, Department of Political Science. My department, sir. Participating certificate. Camelia Nongsiach, Department of English. Fearless Sheila, Department of Social Work. Rigrak Momin, Department of Political Science. Tangkame Sangma, Department of Political Science. Tangkame Mary Heltish and Sangma, Department of Political Science. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Officing, sa officing.
Now, I would kindly like to call Sir Opising to felicitate students. We know you are tired.
Okay, the next criteria is slogan writing competition. The first position goes to Geni Thursday Momin, Department of Economics. Geni?
Any?
Okay. The second position goes to of Geography. The third position goes to Talasuk Nongpri, Department of Social Work. Participating certificates, Prisia M. Marak, Department of Economics. Badari Shisha Karsano, Department of Social Work. Prisia M. Marak, Department of Economics. I have told her name. Amanda Majo, Department of Social Work. Amanda. Wanri Shisha Nonsiach, Department of Zoology. Ringchira Momin, Department of Political Science. Rangchira Momin, Department of Political Science. Briliana Sangma, Department of Political Science. Ringangchi Marak, Department of Political Science. Biljam Augustus Momin, Department of Political Science. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Sir, please also. Mommy. Okay. Okay. May I please request Ma'am Kita to come forward for felicitation. The next criteria is quiz competition. The first position for quiz competition goes to Gani Thursday Momin, Department of Economics. Second position goes to Balawanhun Rintatiang, Department of Political Science. The third position goes to Balawan Suklin Jarin, Department of Geography. Participating certificates, Prisia Marak, Department of Economics. Merciful Kyria, Department of Agriculture. Jetlang Bartong, Department of Geography. Next criteria is debate competition. First position for debate goes to Suraj Hussain, Department of Political Science. First position is tie, so there are two first position, Suraj Hussain and Balawanhun Rintatiang, Department of Political Science. Second position goes to Nelson Sujiang, Department of English. Third position goes to Laris Kem Cooper, Yaifomia, Department of Botany. Participating certificate goes to Jingle Mathustar, Sangma, Department of Botany. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. Yeah, for the last felicitation for the students, may I call upon Deputy Registrar, Ma'am Angeline Indo, to come on stage. Yeah, this certificate is for the special stage play by the Department of Social Work. I'll call up your names and you please come and take your certificate and we'll take a group photography for you all. Meban Walang. Okay. Yeah, we are doing one by one. For one, single photography. Okay. Fearless Sheila. Bobby Shanpur. Sumarhun Walang, not Walang, Waryang. Gabi Niamchi Sangma. She's not. Dasriama Bimarak. Some of them left. Julin Walang. Dalasuk Nongpri. Riboylang Padiang. Cherish Nongtu. Cynthia Sangma. Jikar Marak, Jikar Marak, Stelish Sangma, Jikar Marak, Besmila Marak, Besmila, Meborina Sangma, Bonji Sangma, Bonji, Yafi Larishisha Maulong, Teiti Shisha, Olik Darung, Olik Darung,
Very good afternoon to everyone. I, on behalf of the organizing committee, will deliver the vote of thanks for the Anti-Ragging Week Awareness Program 2025. First and foremost, I would like to express my sincere thanks to our Ombudsperson, Professor O.P. Singh, for gracing us with his presence and sharing his thought on the significance of anti-ragging and grievance cells. Sir, your words have truly inspired and added great value to this event. Thank you for giving the information to the student on how to approach the grievance cells, the UGC helplines, and your interaction with the students. I also extend my thanks to Madam, who is coming along with Sir O.P. Singh. Thank you, Madam, for sparing your valuable time with us. We look forward that you'll continue supporting and guide us in our university. My heartfelt thanks to Sir Paramjit Singh Bakshi, Professor of Practice, for sharing your invaluable insight into the importance of anti-ragging cell. Sir, have mentioned that happiness should not be, we should not take happiness from raggings, but there are different ways to find happiness. He gave us many examples. Thank you, sir, for spending your time with us here today. My deepest thanks to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Soma Bhowmik, for her leadership and unwavering support, which has led to the success of the program. I extend my thanks to our Registrar, Dr. PGJ Richard, Deputy Registrar and Dean of Academics, Dr. Angeline Lingdo, Deans of different schools, Sir Archie, Ma'am Valencia, Ma'am Roy, Ma'am Gita, Dean of Student Welfare, Research Director, Dr. Fabrina Lendem, NEP Coordinator, Dr. Satabdi Banerjee, HODs, faculties, members, and non-teaching staff. I would like to thank our dear students who have participated in the competitions during the week and also who have attended this week programs. My special thanks to the faculty members of social work and the students. The faculty members of social work, Ma'am Yaisuk and Ma'am Wanpala, for helping the student to prepare the skit play on the anti-raggings. My thanks goes to the organizing committee, Professor Gita Payal, Chairperson of Anti-Ragging and Student Grievance Redressal Cell, Sir Debojit, and other members of the cells for their dedicated hard work and support to make the program a successful one. I also like to thank Sir Van Stier, who is hosting today's program. Last but not least, I thank Badon, Barford, and all the non-teaching staff who are helping us in making arrangements for these programs. Once again, thank you all for your present participation and contributions. Thank you.